I had a client that she spent like $5,000 a month for Zillow leads, which was crazy. And then she wasn't getting any results. You can start with one campaign, and then you can have maybe one or two ad sets, and then have per ad set maybe one, two, or maximum three ad, doing a little thing every day, like not skipping it. Whatever you goal you have in your head, just do whatever you need to do today. Even if you like, if you have in your head in this moment, like, oh, I'm not gonna make it, or like this is not possible, or this is not working, just do what you need to do right now. And
Well, let's get right into it. I wanted to start off by just kind of introducing you and getting a little bit about your backstory. You know, this is obviously the first time you and I meet, so I want to understand a little bit more about how you got into the real estate industry and like what your story is. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate.
well, let's start from well, I'm originally from Colombia, and I got to the US just 5 years ago. And it's been a very interesting journey so far. Yeah, just a lot of learning, especially the language. It's been very interesting. And just 3 years ago, I actually started my own business. It's an e-commerce business. I sell pet accessories, so like harnesses, leashes, collars, everything for dogs. And that's when I started growing my own business, and I started seeing how social media was a great way to do business. And then so I grew my own social media, my Instagram, to over 17,000 followers. And then that's when I started seeing that this was something that it was kind of natural on me, and I really loved doing it. And I love branding. Like, if you can see my profile, I love like colors and the
Yeah.
brand and everything. Just like uh, I want to make sure that everywhere, like in my ebooks, in my profiles, everywhere, I have the very clear brand that I show like who I am. And so I wanted to actually help people doing the same thing, because I wanted to maybe, yes, share my knowledge and my expertise and all these things. So just like a year ago, I finished a certificate. I was certified in digital marketing.
Nice.
So that's when I decided to just start something, another business. And then I started my agency, Her Social World.
So what was the process of getting your digital marketing certificate? Was that a long process or was it like pretty simple? Do they talk about like modern stuff, like obviously Facebook, I assume YouTube, all these kind of stuff?
Yes, so it's pretty complete. It's from Google. You can actually get it from Coursera, I think it's the name of the platform. And yeah, it has everything: email marketing, social media, Google Analytics. Yeah, everything that covers the digital marketing in general. And then it's more like an overview of everything. And then you can just decide what you want to focus on. So I just wanted to be like to do it in a professional way, but definitely my focus was going to be Facebook ads and social media.
Nice. Okay. So with Facebook, so your specialty then you would say is Facebook ads and social media. Yeah.
And social media. Yeah,
Gotcha. So
definitely.
what when it comes to like Facebook ads, why do you think they are so important for like real estate agents? Because
Okay,
I feel
so
like
it's,
some people talk about Facebook ads in a really good way, and it's worked, and
yeah.
they've made them a lot of money. And some people absolutely hate Facebook ads. So I'm curious to hear like why are they important first?
Okay, so first of all, like most people say, like, oh, just do SOI, the sphere of influence or referrals, which is fine. I mean, of course, those are methods that still work and you can do it. But, like, to be honest, right now, everything is social, everything is online. So you just gotta mix it. Like, I think both, like the traditional way and the new ways, are important in a real estate business. So that's one of the first things. Like, you gotta, if you are not online yet, you gotta get out there, because I mean, one of the most important things about Facebook ads is the reach. You can reach thousands of people with just one post.
Yeah.
When if you're gonna do like door knocking or any of these traditional marketing, you won't be able to reach that many people, and also you are not reaching the target audience that you want to reach.
Yeah.
But with Facebook ads, you can target specifically that audience that you want to reach. So everything from the age, from the location, what are their interests, everything you can put in a Facebook ad. You cannot do that with anything else. So it's like an amazing way to for you to focus only on that people that you want to target.
I see. So it's kind of like going back in the old days where people used to send. I mean, people still do send mailers, but when there was no Facebook, it was like you would send postcards, yeah. And so you would be able to send it to thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, and you could be specific. But Facebook ads is really for the digital version of that. Is that kind of the how you would describe it?
Yeah, it's similar. And then yeah, exactly, you can target thousands of people in a very specific way. So that's really one of the great advantages.
What do you think are some of the like the biggest reasons why agents don't like Facebook ads?
Well, I work with some people and I talk to many agents, and some of them start working with Facebook ads by themselves. So they try to create an ad by themselves.
Mm,
But of course, like working with Facebook platform, it's a little complicated at first. It requires a certain knowledge and expertise for you to create an ad. So I will say like that's basically like that's one of the challenges that real estate agents face when they start creating their own ads. It's the knowledge. It takes some time. Like when I started, of course, it takes some time in trying. You gotta try different copy. You gotta try different images. It's not just a one thing that you do once. Even if you learn everything from the internet, you need to try, you need to test. And then also, like, if they don't see results the first month, they will just give up. But like in everything, you need to try and do some testing and everything to see what's working, what's not working. So it really takes like maybe a couple months for you to identify what ads are working, what copy is working, what images, videos, these type of things to know what's really working or not. So yeah, that's what I will say. It just uh, it's definitely we need like to understand how the algorithm works, how Facebook ads work, and yeah, like how to actually target the audience and be very specific with
yeah.
your audience as well.
What you keep talking about testing, and I think you said that a couple times. So I think that's really interesting. I think a lot of people that don't understand advertising think that advertising is just one ad copy. So like the ad copy being the words, one image or a couple of images, and then they just run one ad.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they have that completely wrong. So when it comes to testing, like how many ads or ad campaigns should you be testing just in a general ad set?
Well, I mean, yeah, you can start with one campaign and then you can have maybe one or two ad sets, and then have per ad set maybe one, two, or maximum three ads, so you can start testing. So for example, the ad sets at the ad set level is when you start testing the audiences. So you can have maybe two, so you can test two audiences from the
Okay.
ad set level. And then when you go to the ad level, that's when you can start testing the images. Like you can, for example, create three ads. One could be a carousel, the other one can be a video, and the other one can be an image. So you
Mm,
can start testing which one performs better, either the image or the video. You know, that's how you do. Like for example, we noticed that selfie videos are performing really well for real estate agents.
yeah.
So that's how you can start testing and see, and also test the audiences as well.
So how do you determine which one is the best one?
Well, it depends on the KPIs, right? So the cost per click, for example, that's one of the ways for you to see how much is costing you a lead, how much one lead cost you. So um, anything between $10, $15 is like a good amount,
Okay.
I will say. So yeah, there are some other KPIs, but yeah, definitely like see, maybe do some research in like what are like the best KPIs to check when to know what was the best what ad is performing better than the other one.
Nice. Okay. And I'm curious on your opinion for like what the difference is between Facebook, like leads that come from Facebook ads and leads that get advertised through like the mainstream websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Sold.com. Like agents can pay anywhere from $200 a month to $2,000 a year for maybe one or two or three or five leads every single
Yeah.
month. But what's the difference between paying, for example, Zillow and advertising on Facebook?
That's a really good question. I mean, of course, when you are gonna get leads from Zillow or any of these platforms, I mean, like I wouldn't say they don't work. If they do it, it's because they can work. I don't know, but I've heard people that they spend thousands of dollars. Like let's see, I had a client that she spent like $5,000 a month for Zillow leads, which was crazy. And then
Yeah.
she wasn't getting any results. So basically what I think in my opinion is this type of leads, they are they are not specific to your target audience because they are like general. They give these leads are for any real estate agent, you know. But the difference with Facebook ads and when you hire an agency, for example, my agency, we only work with one agent per area. So
Mm,
these leads are gonna be only for you, like only for that real estate agent that we are gonna be working with
exclusive.
in that specific area. Yeah. So they are going to be unique leads that are not going to be shared with anyone else. So that's one of the huge differences. And then the other side is that when you are using Facebook ads, you are actually like building your brand, you are growing your audience. When you with other platforms like Zillow, you cannot do that. You're just getting leads. So
Hmm.
it's just a lead. But actually in Facebook, you are creating a community. You're building your brand out there. You're putting your name out there. So it's more than just a lead. It's just it's your name and your brand.
It's branding. Yeah, branding is so
Brand.
important. I think branding ties in very, very well with kind of like the next subject that I want to talk about, which is like social media. I think there's a big agent. I think you probably know him. He's big, famous, got TV, YouTube. I know him from his property tools, but Ryan Sternhant, he promotes all his marketing material as far as coaching to real estate agents about branding. And his whole thing is personal brand, right? So,
Personal brand.
like, the personal brand is like the number one important thing for agents because it's not Compass, it's not Berkshire Hathaway, it's not Remax or Century 21. Those are already established brands, but like when people think of a real estate agent, they don't think about the brokerage, they think of a person. So how important
Exactly.
is branding in real estate for agents?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly what you just said. It's like whenever a client is gonna hire an agent, they're just gonna think about that person, not the brokerage, not the brand, the big logo. It's about the person. And for example, like whenever they see someone online, like if you show up on your social media consistently, that's one of the biggest thing, consistency in social media. So when a client needs a real estate agent, he's gonna choose that person that he sees consistently because he somehow thinks that he knows that real estate agent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like so when you are so consistent on social media and then you show up, you promote your brand, you promote, you give value to clients. Uh, this Your clients are always going to go and choose you because they feel like they already know you. So that's how
Yeah.
important it is to build your brand online.
Would you say that or I guess would you agree that the best way to build a brand is through consistent engagement or posting? Is it you going out there and engaging with other people on their posts and making sure that people know, hey, I'm an agent here in town, community events like in-person events, or is it about like blasting information and constantly posting on social media? Like what do you think is more important?
Well, I wouldn't say what's more important than the other one. I will say it's just a whole thing. Like for me, social media is not just about posting. It's creating a community. Like that's what actually grew my own social media. It wasn't just about the posts. So value is very important, yes, because people are gonna see you as the trusted real estate agent. Like, oh, this person know what they are talking about, right? And that's important. But you can also show yourself, like how you are, how your lifestyle is, because people like to see who you are and what your daily life looks like, and just seeing that you're a real person, that you are a human just like them,
Yeah.
right? So that's what people likes to see. Like, have you noticed, I don't know if you own social media, have you noticed that whenever you post something that has nothing to do with real estate or your business, that's what gets the most engagement.
Yeah.
So once in a while, I mean, even like it happens to me sometimes, I post things that are really valuable, like I think I'm giving a lot of value and I don't get that much engagement, but they see it too.
Yeah.
So whenever you're gonna post something that's value, just post it, even if it doesn't get too much engagement. So that's why when you create a social media calendar, that's why it's important for you to every week um, create a different type of post. So one is will be for value, the other one is gonna be for engagement, the other one can be for promoting. So you have to mix everything every week.
I think the part of consistency that a lot of agents miss or get wrong is that they just can't think of ideas, right? But
Yes.
it sounds like what you do for yourself and perhaps
Yeah.
for your clients is create a calendar. So
Yeah.
can you break that down? Like how do you plan a calendar, or like what goes into the calendar besides the type of posts? Like what's important to have in there?
When I work with my clients, I always build a whole social media marketing strategy. So it's not just what I don't just tell them, like, this is what you gotta post, or this is what I'm gonna post for you. So I create a whole social media strategy, which it includes the goals for your business, the social media calendar, and it's like a whole. It's a whole that includes that is gonna tell what your brand is gonna be and what we are gonna show to people and uh, what the message is going to be. So, yes, one of the first steps is creating a social media calendar. That's super key because you can actually save a lot of time doing this, because you can do it every week or every month. And then you can just schedule, you can even schedule the posts. So it's going to save you a lot of time. Let's say you
Mm,
do it every Monday, every Sunday, and then you schedule 3 to 4 posts a week, and you already know what you're going to talk about, and every week you can have a topic, you can talk about different topics throughout the month. So that's actually super important. It's makes it so your life so much easier. Of course, you can post daily things, for example, stories of yourself, selfies, or doing, the everyday life. That's actually like a good thing. But when it comes to real posts, like important, like value, providing value, or promoting, it's better just to schedule it, and it's going to save you a lot of time.
yeah. Do you use the software to schedule, or do you post like manually?
Sometimes I do it manually, like with Facebook. You can schedule it in
Yeah.
your Facebook page. You can schedule it also in Instagram. If you have a business account, you can schedule it. But you can also use softwares like maybe Hootsuite. uh, Sorry, did I say it right?
I think so. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can use some softwares like Hootsuite and some others that I don't really remember right now. But yeah, they can. You can use some of these softwares that it's gonna be. It could be easier for you to integrate Facebook and Instagram and maybe TikTok as well.
Gotcha. Now, yeah, I was gonna say you brought up TikTok. So how important, like on a scale from 1 to 10, is like video, short form video?
Short form, well, I haven't really worked with TikTok yet
Okay,
because it really depends on the audience, because TikTok is more for a younger audience,
right.
right? So I haven't done it personally for real estate agents. Like I do it for my own brand because I work. My audience is a lot of young people, but
Mhm.
I don't know how that could be. I mean, yeah, some real estate agents do it.
Okay, so what is your opinion on posting, for example, if I'm a new agent, I just got my license in the last 3 months. Do you recommend posting social media content, I guess on my profile, or do you recommend creating a whole new profile for just social media business, just my real
Okay.
estate posts?
Uh, okay. Personally, I only use my personal Facebook account. So, I, for me, it's okay to use either. Like, it's okay. You don't have to create a Facebook page, I will say. Because, again, like, especially in real estate, because you are working one-on-one with people, so people want to see like you're a real person, that you have your personal account, that you're sharing what your life is. And I mean, of course, both the Facebook page is a great tool for business because you have more features that you can use, so you can have both, but it's okay to use your personal account. Like I personally use my personal account only.
Okay, so it doesn't, well, I guess it really doesn't per se, doesn't really matter as long as you're obviously engaging and you have a strategy
Yes.
behind it.
Yeah, because you can still post the same things in either your personal or your Facebook page as well. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So just to kind of maybe switch things up a bit. So obviously we both work with real estate agents. So these are either people that have been in business for a while, that are just getting into business or have a business mindset, right? They're entrepreneurs. You and I were entrepreneurs. What I guess, like, as an entrepreneur from your journey, very similar backgrounds. I'm immigrant as well. So um what keeps you motivated as an entrepreneur with all the things that you got going on? You got pets, you got you got your agency, you got your clients. How do you stay motivated?
Okay, I will say that sometimes it's not just about motivation, because definitely sometimes you lose motivation. You are not motivated every single day. So I will say, like, the key is consistency. Just show up every day, even if you are not motivated. That's what I always have in mind. And because of course I have a goal in my head, I have a dream in my head, that's what I'm going to work towards. So even if I'm not motivated, I'm going to show up, and I'm going to keep doing it every day. Just do a little thing every day. That's going to take you there eventually. So
What about on those hard days where maybe it's just too cold to go outside and you don't really you don't really feel like doing anything? Because everybody can be motivated on a sunny day with a nice cup of
yes.
coffee, but what about on those days where maybe things aren't going so good at your job or with deals or with clients, and it's just a rainy day? How do you pick yourself up?
Well, the first thing is just detach from the results. Like, don't think about the result or whatever is going to happen. Just do what you need to do every day. And if it's a rainy day, unless it's dangerous, of course, like here in Houston, it's dangerous to drive outside. That will be different. But just the thing is, like, for my personal experience, and that's how I got here to the United States, is just doing a little thing every day, like not skipping it. Whatever you goal you have in your head, just do whatever you need to do today. Even if you like, if you have in your hand in this moment, like, oh, I'm not gonna make it, or like this is not possible, or this is not working, just do what you need to do right now and today, in the present moment, because that's the only thing that matters. And
Yeah.
then just detach your head. from the results. Like, don't think about it. Just focus on what you need to do today. That's that's really what matters in this moment right now.
Yeah, I love that. I think a lot of people get so tied into the end result that when they don't see like an immediate action, or I'm sorry, an immediate result on what they're doing, like their input, I'm sorry, the output doesn't match the input, right? So there's nothing coming
Exactly.
back from what they're putting in, so they get frustrated and then they quit easily. Have you ever heard
Yeah.
the analogy of the man who quit 3 feet from gold, right? He was digging and digging and
Oh,
digging, he was digging and digging and digging, and then he was 3 feet from gold and he gave up. He sold the land to a garbage person. A garbage person came in, kept digging 3 more feet, and found gold because he just didn't.
yeah.
The one guy, he
Exactly.
gave up. So yeah, I like that. I think that's super important. And to kind of wrap things up, what what advice, like obviously you have clients, you've been running your agency, you're certified in digital marketing, you work with entrepreneurs. What advice would you give to somebody that is just starting their real estate career as an agent?
Yeah, definitely get on social media. That's the first thing. Get on social media, create your brand. Um, Before I created my business, I made a few mistakes. And what made it different was actually knowing what I wanted.
Mm,
So if you're starting your real estate business, just try, because I know it's hard to know what you want at first, but try to identify how you see yourself in 5 years. Like, what do you want to do with the real estate career? Like, what type of people you want to help? Like, that's one of the first things that you have to identify.
yeah.
What type of people you're going to work with? Like, what's the audience that you want to work with? um, who are you going to be? Like, are you going to be the type of funny agent that is going to be, telling jokes and, that type of, like, vibe?
Yeah.
Who are you going to be? So because that's what all, like, branding is about, like, just being yourself and just sticking to that brand, to that identity. So it's
Hmm.
your what identity are you, like, who are you, like, it's basically just learning who you are, and what are you going to show to your audience.
Wow, that's deep. I think that's super important, right? Is like understanding what you want. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't ever get to the destination that they're going to because
because they don't.
they never typed in the actual address. They just started driving,
Yeah,
right? And they don't actually know where they want to go.
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's super super deep. You mentioned earlier that in your agency you just started another service. So talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so yeah, I started with Facebook ads, but now it's because I noticed that so many real estate agents need social media. So I was like, okay, first I can, of course, like, help real estate agents doing the social media management, which I do as well. But then the other one is like real estate agents that are just starting in the business, that maybe don't have the budget to hire an agency, and they want to learn because they also have time to do it themselves. So I'm actually creating a course where I explain everything, how to create a social media marketing strategy.
Hmm.
Everything. I will give away templates. I will give away, like, ideas, everything that I know, and everything that I helped real estate agents with, and everything is gonna be in that course. And yeah, so I'm currently working on it. It's probably gonna be done in 2 months or so. So it's just gonna be a tool for, like, real estate agents that want to do it themselves.
I love that. And if people want access to the course, how can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on my Facebook profile. I don't know if you can put it in the.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put the link, and I'll
Yeah,
also put it the captions.
yeah.
Um,
So they can just send me a message. I'm actually gonna have really crazy discounts for the first 5 people that join my course. So that's gonna be a good thing. I'm already working on it, and there is a lot of content and so much value that they can use. so they can create their own, and they can just check my own social media, and they can see that what I'm actually talking about.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Cool, Anna. Well, thank you for joining me today. This was a really I learned quite a bit actually on strategy. More than anything, I think the biggest thing that you taught me was the consistency, right? Of testing one on
Yeah,
social media, like on Facebook ads, the testing, and then the consistency and the planning
yeah,
on social media. I tend to find myself on a Sunday or on a Monday thinking like, oh dang, I gotta post something, and then I gotta go
yeah.
hunt for
But
what
ideas.
kind ideas exactly. But I think
Yeah,
the biggest thing that you said that really helped me, and I hope helps a lot of people watching, is the content calendar, right? So like planning out the strategy behind what you're going to post and knowing what you want, knowing where the end result looks like so that you know the destination as instead of you just getting in the car and starting to drive.
yeah, exactly.
So I love it. Well, thank you for joining me, Anna. And I will put the link in the description to this video for people to follow you on your social media, on your Facebook, and for people to contact you for your agency service as well.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was great talking to you.
Awesome.